What happens when America's most trusted pollster gets it completely wrong? I'm Woodrow Johnston, and I've spent over a decade helping candidates win elections. Today, I'm going to show you how even the legendary Ann Seltzer's A-rated polling can fail and reveal the exact methodology that'll help me predict Trump's Nevada victory within 1 point. Ann Seltzer isn't just any pollster. She's the Oracle of Iowa, the polling world's golden standard. 538 gave her the highest rating possible. But when her poll showed Kamala Harris leading in Iowa, something wasn't quite adding up. And I'm going to show you exactly why. Let's break down 2 critical mistakes. 1, they used census data instead of voter data. 2, their methodology was stuck in the past. Seltzer's poll relied on census data to determine the demographics. Census data includes everybody: citizens, non-citizens, voters, and non-voters. The approach skews the sample by overrepresenting people who are unlikely to vote, such as younger populations and non-citizens, and underrepresenting older, consistent voters. Voter files, which include detailed records of past voter behavior and registration, are just far more accurate. These files let pollsters identify likely voters and even spot trends like new voter registrations, giving a clearer picture of who will actually show up on election day. And second, looking at the outdated methodology, Seltzer uses traditional phone surveys, which have response rates below 0.5% in most cases. This leads to self-selection bias, where the only people answering the phone tend to skew older and more partisan. Meanwhile, modern methods like text-to-web surveys have much higher response rates because they're easier and more accessible for a wide range of demographics. Imagine you're trying to predict who's going to show up in a marathon. Would you survey everyone in town or just look at registered runners? That's basically what happened here. Seltzer's team used general population data instead of focusing on likely voters. Let me show you the real numbers. In some demographics, their quotas were off by up to 13%. For example, the 18 to 34 age group was overrepresented by 10.5%, where the 65 plus group was underrepresented by 13.6%. That's a massive, massive error in polling terms, and enough to completely flip the results. But here's where it gets interesting. 2 weeks before the Nevada election, I ran a poll, and I used 2 different methodologies. One copying Seltzer's approach, and one using modern polling methods. And the results, my voter-based poll predicted Trump's win within 1 point. The census-based method was off by 8 points, showing Harris winning a state that she lost. So what's the lesson here? Even the best can miss the mark. When they don't adapt to changing times, modern polling needs 3 things. 1, modern polling requires real voter data, not census numbers. 2, modern survey methods like text-to-web. And 3, proper turnout modeling. And that's just another thing. Speaking of things going flat, that's kind of what happened with Seltzer's poll. If you found this analysis helpful, please hit subscribe for more insider looks at how polling really works. Drop a comment below with your thoughts on polling accuracy, because I read every comment.